Okay, so today is very dreary out, and it looks like it's like 6 in the morning, but it's really like 11. These are those days it still just whines and cries. Yesterday we went out for a walk, and she was just running and running, which I attribute to the fish oil and golden paste. The golden paste is some vet, that Australian vet, and he developed it, and it's just coconut oil and turmeric and some more spices, but it's supposed to really help dogs that have joint issues. And it's so rainy here, and that always causes pain for arthritis, but the fish oil I think is really helping too. So, but when she goes and runs, she can run, but then she's always sore, and then back to back with this raining. And plus, there's just this weird stuff still going. Like, I feel like my head is like a bobblehead. It feels like it's too heavy, and it just is like, it feels super dizzy. It feels weird. I don't know how to explain it. Plus, it just feels open. And this, oh my gosh, for the past couple days, I have been like ravenous. Like, I think there's some sort of metamorphosis that is happening, when you need that extra energy. And I'm attributing the stuff that's going on as Ascension symptoms. Like, I don't know what else it could be, but just our bodies adapting to this changing of dimensional kind of because the Ascension is going up in dimension. It's leaving this down here, leaving it. That's why it's being exposed. We're pulling away from it. We don't need it. So we're pulling away, but we see what we're pulling away from. It's like, kind of reminds me of like if you were, out and you were walking in tar or something, and you took a step and then you pulled up and you pulled that tar with your foot, but then you can still pull your foot away. And then you take the next step and you pull it up. Like that's the dark, sludgy, deep energy. The energy that people think of as devils and evil and all that stuff. This heavy, dark, dense energy that just surrounds us in this three-dimensional reality. And so, this Ascension is pulling free from that. And the more we're releasing, the more the more we go up, more buoyant. So, and the earth is doing this. Like, that's why it's happening, to us, because this is the earth is ascending. I mean, the earth has been beat down for a long time. And these people weren't going to stop. I mean, they don't care. They'll burn it down. They'll destroy whatever's in their path in order for themselves to feel powerful, in control. They want to rule the world. They want to rule the universe, the masters of the universe. That's what they think. So this, this leaving this kind of situation and going in everything that you release, it rises you up further. And you will have symptoms. I'm still thinking about the girl who I saw yesterday who was showing the flashlight and showing like parts of her skin looking like iridescent and kind of like different. I was looking at mine yesterday, trying to see. My eyes are so bad though. I can even barely see this. So, that's thank you to this rotten medical establishment for the problem with my eyes. I feel bad for people who are still having to learn about this, rotten medical establishment that is based on financial gain for themselves, which always funnels up to the top of the masters of the universe. These little minions, they may get a little bit, they may get to keep their license or whatever, but everything funnels up. I just heard yesterday, Project Veritas, they just keep doing these releases, which is kind of funny because they get the real, they're not whistleblowers. They are got people undercover. I can't even believe how many of these people that they're talking to, these scientists from these different I don't even want to say the words because they're probably caught, but the three main ones, right, that do this, that they have, I don't know, I kind of, you can't see who these guys are so willing to spill their guts to, but I kind of think she's probably attractive, and somehow she's got them to go out to lunch with her, and they've got the cameras set up in the restaurant already. So the scientists, once they start speaking, they start saying, you don't have a camera on you, do you? You're not trying to trick me or anything, are you? And she's like, no, not at all. And then they just start spilling it, man. And and a lot of them know that this is wrong, what's going on, and they, are questioning themselves. And they've said, like, even at the places, like, they have to sign NDEs, or are they non-disclosure NDAs? They have to sign these and stuff, because this is criminal. But one of them was saying, just the one that starts with a P and an F, they have made, since this began, I think just since 2021, but definitely from, last year when it started to now, $15 billion. That's what it's all about to all of these, establishments. It's about them getting rich and taking from us. But we're the ones who were doing all the work. We're the worker bees. And they just live high on the hog, taking more and more and more, creating fear, so we buy more and get more. And it's just nuts. And I had seen this couple, somebody sent me this couple off of Facebook that was talking, and they say the same stuff as I do, but anybody you listen to, they'll always say it like a little bit different. And so I shared, I made, it took a long time too to make those TikToks. I am not tech savvy, and that took a while. But, I shared their, because theirs was 10 minutes and TikToks can only be 3 minutes. And I could try and see if I can share it on here the whole 10 minutes at once, but I had to make it into a whole bunch of little videos. But one thing that I find, that when I go in and I try and like, I find something interesting and I'll try and share it, I can't. That won't let me take it, and it won't let me copy it or anything. It's weird, but I think I know why. But anyways, you just have to keep on trying to outsmart them. That's all you can do. Try and outsmart the system that they keep trying to throw. Like, they keep throwing down, what are those things, like when the cops are chasing somebody, and then they'll throw down that, I think it's some sort of a rope kind of thing that's nails. I feel like that's all they do to us. Throw down these blocks so that but just relax and just, how do you just get over it? We just have to get more mindful, more present, because they're used to us being on autopilot. They're used to us, not thinking, just reacting. So that's what they've created, this action, reaction all the time. It's how people keep in this chaotic kind of minefield called life, And so the more you can step back and just relax and just be present in the moment and trust, And the biggest thing with trust is to know that they're just trying to scare you. Everything they do say is to try and create fear, because that's how they get you. And the more fear that they can create in you, the more they can profit off of you. And, so stay present in that. Remember, they're just trying to scare me. And also, remember, you are eternal. There's nothing they can really do to hurt you. It's an illusion. It's an illusion that's created here, that they can do anything to hurt you, because they can't. But in the two people who were talking, I really liked, because they were very upbeat, and they were approaching it like, all of this stuff that is being taken from you right now is all stuff you were too scared to let go of. But it was never going to help you. It was never yours to begin with. It was all things you had to let go of, And they said so many things that were so true that so many people need to hear, because it's the truth. Everything that you're losing was never yours. And when something's being taken away, it's when a door closes, then another one opens. And the beautiful thing here is this is the transition to self recognition, self identifying, self improvement. It's all for that. Everything that's happening is for self. And this opportunity, whether you take it or not, each person has their own. You can sit and be scared and be fearful and, think, it's the end of the world and, this isn't going right, that's not going right, and all that stuff. Or you can be like, okay, this is a transition. I'm focusing on myself. I'm present. I'm not being scared by these tactics that they're using to create fear. And I am growing. Then you're going with this natural kind of, in the stream of life with the earth, you're kind of going with her. While you're healing, she's healing. This ascension is all things together, It is coming together with all things. That's the higher mind. That's the higher state of consciousness, is to realize what you're a part of. And that this world is so much a part of the illusion, the creation of lifestyle, of livelihood, education, medical, all of it. We didn't ever need their medical stuff. We've always had abilities to heal ourselves. Nature has provided us with remedies and things to help us to heal, and all of that has always been right here for us. But we didn't know, we didn't see, because they kept offering us, something more, a quick fix. Here's a quick little pill, just take that, and then you can, don't worry about your blood pressure, don't worry about your body, don't worry about that, just take a pill. Or, let's see, anxiety, they've got a pill for every freaking thing, but what if you went around the other way? What if you didn't take the pill? And let's say you wanted to work on your anxiety, okay? And you're like, I'm not gonna do the pills. I'm gonna, that's a little quick fix thing. It's not really fixing a thing, except for, giving them more money and making me dependent on something and giving me side effects. So when you go into it and approach it of, how can I deal with what is going on here? What is it that's going on that's creating me to feel this way? And then when you work with your symptoms, work with what comes up in you, because so much of our irrational fear comes from deep wounds inside of us of being scared of what's going to happen next, and they feed off of that to keep us in that state. So if you are working with anxiety, there's so many other things. There's so many different healers out there that give so many different ideas. But with the breath work, when you can, say you get triggered, you're out somewhere and something happens and you're triggered and there's an anxiety attack. There's no shame in turning around, walking out. Go out to your car for a minute, take deep breaths, focus on your breathing, focus on it, count it. When you breathe in and when you breathe out, and really slow it down and focus on that. That helps calm you on the internal. And, affirmations, remind yourself you're safe, you're okay, everything is fine. Time out in nature, all of the things to get out of that toxic energy, because a lot of people are carrying around that so much toxic energy they don't even realize. And so, you're just a split second, something can be it's so much, because a lot of people are just carrying a full basket full anyways. And then, one little thing on top of it is explosion. I can't do it. And, But that's kind of the complexity of what's going on, of how they've convinced you can't do it, and they've given you something to rely on, but really you can. You have all of these abilities. And like one of the things that I talk about too is when you breathe out, like say you're at a restaurant and, you went in to pick up your order and you just saw your ex and he's out on a date and he's got his friends with him and they're all laughing, having a good time, and nobody ever accepted you. You feel like, oh my gosh, rejection and abandonment and all of the things that, seeing that kind of situation happens. Go outside and remember, when things end, it's for your best. It can feel like, it's not, but it is. So when you go out there, breathe that out, label it, whatever pain that it brings to you, label it. And when you exhale, release it, and that really, these things really work. I'm not kidding. I'm not just saying it because it's like, oh, I'll just say anything. No, this stuff really works, and you can find multiple people on YouTube that will explain it to you, how to do healing from within for, anxiety for sure. But let's say, the high blood pressure, for instance, my mom, and, she takes a pill, and she, even that one day, I had talked about, she did her blood pressure was fine, and she still felt like, well, I should probably still take the pill. It's like, that is programming. That is just, autopilot. Oh, I should do this. This is what I need. This is what I do. It's mindless. It is how they want to keep us, mindless. You got to become mindful. You got to become present, become aware. So, she's, watching the news and she's getting her anxiety built up. Well, right there, that's a quick one. There's so many things. When certain things are going to get your blood pressure boiling, take responsibility. A pill's not going to fix it. Take responsibility. How's a pill going to fix it if you don't fix it in yourself? You're just going to take a pill forever. Then you're going to need another pill. Then you're going to need a couple more because you're going to have symptoms from this and symptoms from that. And then, pills lose their effectiveness. And, pretty soon you're on like 10 pills for high blood pressure because you got to treat all these other things. So it's a lot more effective when you do the work yourself and really try and recognize, like, what gives me high blood pressure? What is it? How can I calm myself? And it's basically the same kind of things, is going in and doing your breathing. Turn off the TV, go out for walks. A lot of people need to pay attention to their diet. They eat too much stuff like salt, and they retain a lot of fluids, and it creates an imbalance inside of you. So, that is where, when you start taking responsibility for your health and you start looking outside of the box, which is really inside of the box, because it's really from inside, but it's really going in and finding, it's like the Christmas, you get to open yourself and you get to find yourself and you get to start working on yourself. And, think of the development, like the pill, why it's a quick fix and stuff. You don't grow. You don't expand. You don't become better. You just have a pill. And you become worse because it creates more problems inside of you. When you do something for yourself, like learning how to do your breath work, learning how relaxation techniques, like taekwondo, judo, those kinds of things, yoga, all of the kinds of things that are about movement and breath and energy and, balance, those kinds of things. That's where you will start really doing the work for yourself to get yourself to the place you want to be. And, if you are super unhealthy, like so many people, I mean, they've purposely been doing that with the food and the feeding times and all their nonsense. The more that you can, develop your own sense of what you need and listen to your body, listen to your own cravings. And but there's also a part where you've got to detox. You got to detox from all of these chemicals that they've got inside of you. I mean, and they're just, adding them and adding them and adding them. I mean, in the skies, in our water, in our air, in our food, just the whole thing with the Soylent Green stuff. Oh, we can see right where they're going to take us. We know what their plan is, and I'm just so glad that it's being cut off. I just can't even imagine a world. Well, I can't imagine it because they've showed us in movies. They've showed us what they wanted. They wanted 1984 and Soylent Green and The Purge and all of what they want is not good for any of us. It's warped. We are their toys. We're just toys to them. So but you're more than a toy. You're a living, breathing entity of conscious energy. Like, you are fascinating, and once you can start seeing that about yourself, like how special you are, how wonderful and great you are, and you can do all of that work and start taking your life into your own hands, your health. Even if you are 200 or 300 pounds overweight, it's a starting point. Not going further is a good starting point. Even if that's all you can do is just, try and not get more unhealthy. Try and really just, maybe it's going to take you a while of just doing some inner work, some inner child work, to really understand yourself, because most people don't understand themselves. They don't understand how they are the way they are, who they are, most people don't even understand what's going on here. And we're headed to a time where it is going to be, revealed. And there's going to be a lot of people who are not prepared for it at all. And, and there's no shame in that. No matter what, this is every single soul's opportunity to level up. So, wherever your level is that you're leveling up from, be proud of it. Be proud of every little positive change you make in your life. Don't ever feel like you're not doing enough. We've got to learn how to be our own cheerleaders, how to, be proud of ourselves. And the more that you can embrace that, and the more that you can just love yourself, the more you have the abilities to love and accept everybody else. And, that's the beautiful part that we're headed to, is all of our own internal healing leads us to this acceptance and love for one another, the unity that we desire. And going into the new world, the new earth, is, where we get to live in a way that we only dreamed about living before. So, this is really the best of times, and it is really exciting times. We are in this transition, and we are headed for such a beautiful experience in our future. Just everything that's happening, remember, there's better for you. That whatever you're losing, there's better for you, but you have to stay focused. Stay focused on your healing. Stay focused on your positive beliefs of what you know to be true for yourself. And don't let the world beat you down, because that's what they're just trying to do, is to keep you from your best. So, stay strong and stay safe, and I will talk to you all later.